Going on, y'all? It's your boy Matt, back at you with another video. It's been a minute since I've done a market update, but a lot's been going on. And I know a lot of people are not happy with the way crypto has looked. Everybody has really been expecting gains and stuff like that coming into this year. And so was I. I mean, everybody was talking about how the bull run is going to take off in 2025. And this now that Trump is in office, there's going to be regulation and all this hype. And I think a lot of people bought into that. I think a lot of people believed that it was going to happen. And a lot of people are relying on this stuff to make them rich. I think what this has taught me is that there is no get rich quick scheme, even though crypto is probably your best chance to do it if you make the right investment. You just have to still have like a really sound investment thesis and make sure that you're doing everything you can to refine what you're buying. And you got to make sure you're looking at tokenomics. You got to make sure you're looking at the project itself and making sure that it's a legitimate project, that there's no funny business going on behind the scenes, that the team is committed to making sure that the project is going to be here well into the future, that it has a real use case. Like, there's so much stuff that you have to look at. I know a lot of people are still skeptical about crypto, especially if you're new, because there's millions of coins out there, and you can get lost in the sauce. I talk about that often, how when I first came into the crypto space, I was like, what do I buy? And that was only that was before I even got on chain and knew what self-custody was and all that. So there's a lot that goes into crypto. But I know a lot of people are getting frustrated with, like I said, the negative and sideways price action. Bitcoin is at 100K, and it reached past 100K, which was a really big psychological level. It didn't break past that for a while. And I think the difference between this bull cycle and previous bull cycles is the fact that there is, sorry about that, the fact that there is money that's flowing into the ETFs is not on-chain money. Like, the people that are buying these crypto Bitcoin ETFs, they're buying Bitcoin, but they're not really buying it. So it's just, there is no natural flow, because a lot of what used to happen in when you study previous bull cycles, Bitcoin would pump, then it would consolidate, and other coins and other small market cap gems would flow. The money would flow into those coins and chains, and that's not happening anymore because of the fact that, again, they're buying basically a Bitcoin derivative. They're not buying Bitcoin itself. So say for me, if I go buy Bitcoin and I make a big amount of gains, then I can go and, because I will never buy an ETF. I would just hold the real thing. I don't want any intermediary to ever hold any of my cryptocurrency ever. And I strongly suggest that y'all do the same, because you avoid the risk of losing your money, which is a big turnoff. I mean, who would want to lose their money? Nobody. So yeah, I definitely get a ledger, get a Trezor. We talk about this all the time. Self-custody is the most important thing you can do if you're going to get into crypto. But the ETF, that kind of simplifies it. If you're a person who doesn't have the time or whatever, doesn't know how to, or you're afraid you're going to lose your keys or whatever, then you can go ahead and buy the ETF through one of these providers, even though, again, I don't recommend it. But the choice is always yours. But it also kind of limits you as to what you can do, especially if you're buying it through Fidelity. There's going to be a limited, like, you can't just go and trade your Bitcoin to, say, Cosmos Atom token. Like, you can't just do that. It's not something that normally you'd go to Coinbase and you'd send your Bitcoin to Coinbase and you could swap it there, or you could find a decentralized exchange like Osmosis, that now supports Bitcoin, by the way. But yeah, there's just a major difference. You're not really on chain, and that could, I mean, again, there's pros and cons. But I think that's where the kind of delay in the pumping of all these coins is. All the money is gone into these ETFs. You're seeing millions and millions of dollars of net inflows and outflows on certain days into Bitcoin ETFs, but you're not really seeing that on chain. And it's not flowing in the same way that previous bull markets have flown. So that's I'm thinking what might be going on in the background as like I'm just trying to give y'all something to kind of just food for thought, really, because a lot of people expected, I think, by now at least, to see a lot more coins pumping. And we have seen micro pumps and stuff like that, but not in the way that a lot of people have been needing, expecting, wanting. I mean, just been an overall kind of depressed market, especially when shortly after the Trump meme coin launched, that it took a dump and it went down. It went just, yeah, I don't know. I made the video, or I talked about it on my Twitter. I said I think meme coins might be bad for crypto because people are just using them as lottery tickets, and it's kind of it's sucking the liquidity out of the market because the money just goes back to the market makers anyway. It's not really going to the users. And if it is going, if you're getting a meme coin that's on Solana, that's on Pump.Fun, you're really just you're pumping the bags of the person who really made the coin. You're likely not to get a good size return. Those are not really smart investments. Meme coins are literally lottery tickets, and I think that in a way it's a blessing and a curse. There's a blessing and a curse with all this stuff. But it's definitely a blessing and a curse with meme coins because, yeah, you attract people, but you're attracting them to the wrong thing, and they're not looking at the right, like, utility coins or DeFi projects that could actually get them the type of returns that they're looking for without having to be such a speculative investment. Yeah, but that's just a little bit of what's been on my mind. This bull market has definitely been eye-opening to me, and it's definitely made me have to refine my strategy as to what I'm looking at investing in. I think for me, I always look at trying to acquire as much passive income as possible, and staking is always a good way to do that. And you can kind of mitigate and kind of, if you buy at the right, you always got to look to try to buy at a perfect time. And timing the market is always kind of hard because you want to bet and think that your project is going to go all up from where you bought it at. But that's not always the case, especially in crypto. You see 20%, 30%, 40% drawdowns, and sometimes in a single day, sometimes in a couple hours. And you have to be able to swallow that. And crypto is just not for everybody. There's a million and one. There's so many ways that it could go wrong for you. But I mean, the upside is there for sure. And like I said, it's not for everybody. The one thing that I remember, one of the most important lessons that I, looking back, is that self-custody, like I always say, and don't invest more than you're willing to lose, because there is a high probability that you will lose some of your money. Yes, there is a chance that it will multiply, but I think the chance is probably greater that you will lose money, especially if you're in a coin that is just like something that like either a liquidity grab or just something that's not built for the future or built to last and stuff like that. So there's just a lot to keep in mind when you look at crypto, when you look at the market, when you look at all these coins prices, and just be careful, do your research, make sure you're really, really researching these projects and looking at the people that's behind them and looking at their work ethic, and maybe previous ventures that they might be invested in. I always say you have to make sure you're tapping into the right people who's giving you information. I always try to do my best to make sure that the content that I post is high quality and thought provoking, and that it will make, I'm trying to make sure that the all videos that I post will be relevant 30 years down the line. I mean, I always promote safety and stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm about. So I'm trying to do that. But I also look at other people like Raoul Paul, other guys who have been in the space as well that have good credibility. You just got to make sure you're getting your just checking your sources and making sure that, and not everybody's going to be right. And if somebody's telling you, I know that this coin is going to pump, they're just trying to pump their own bags. Like, don't fall for that. Like, again, there's a lot of stuff that you have to be on the lookout for, because people will try to get the best of you if you don't know any better. But that's, again, why I made this channel and why I made this I'm talking about it right now in this video, because I want y'all to succeed in the crypto space. I don't want to see y'all lose money. I don't want to see y'all get caught out there and in a scam. I don't want to see anybody lose money on like how FTX collapsed and now you got to. I don't want to see anybody. I hate hearing stories like that. I really do. I hate hearing people get scammed, whether it be smart contracts, just going wrong and people's wallets getting drained. I just hate hearing bad stories like that. So I always want to make sure that I'm letting y'all know about these risks so that y'all can be aware and be on the lookout, because there are scammers and hackers out here. And there are bad actors that will pretend to be good actors and they're just not. So with all that being said, I'm wrapping up this video with that. I think we'll see more positive price action. Projects are still launching within the Cosmos ecosystem. Berachain just launched, as y'all know. The airdrop was sent out. Dropped Out Money campaign that I've covered on this channel repeatedly has come out with phase 2. If you participated in phase 1, you got a little card and you get a multiplier on all phase 2 deposits and multipliers and stuff like that with what's already been going on. They're about to introduce some new assets to the mix. They already have Atom and they already have Tia. D Atom and D Tia is the liquid staking derivative of those tokens. And that's how you start farming the droplets. As I've covered on this channel. So make sure y'all follow me, tap into my content, make sure, because I'll try to keep you up to date as best as possible. Please follow me on Twitter _CryptoNomad1. I post a lot on there. I'm going to start ramping up the posts on there, trying to get more engagement. And I want to talk to y'all. I really do. I want to be able to have a community. My NFT project has almost hit 150 NFTs on Cosmic Outpost, so y'all check that out on Stargaze. And I'll cut you a deal if you go ahead and buy one early. I want to try to get to I think the ultimate goal would be 10,000 NFTs, so that a lot of people can hold them. And the price is going to be 2 Atom. I set the auction price for the first 2 NFTs in the project at 2 Atom. I think that's fair for what you're getting, and I am looking to try to make it like how Bad Kids are, like how Mad Scientists are, and I want to have it to where you receive airdrops. All that is going to be way down the line, but that's just something to think about. 2 Atom, which should be around $8 or so. That's a pretty good deal, in my opinion. I would and the art is cool. I mean, no pressure, but I do want it to kind of represent my community and stuff like that. So just a lot going on, just trying to make sure that I cover all the bases. On some personal, I am job hunting. It's been a journey. Been a journey, been a long journey. Hopefully I can get some good news here coming up pretty soon. But yeah, I'm still dedicated to this channel and posting quality content for y'all as my viewers and as my channel members and stuff like that. So y'all stay on the lookout, be on the lookout for more updates and stuff to come. With all that being said, y'all stay safe, y'all stay blessed. Peace.